Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video from our channel, Universal Legends. In this video, we'll be highlighting American celebrities who have passed away today and in the last few days, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we proceed, we kindly ask you to show your love and support by giving this video a like. It means a lot to us. Thank you, and now let's begin.
1.
Tommy DeCarlo, the man who went from working at a Home Depot to becoming the lead singer of legendary rock band Boston, has died at 60 after a battle with brain cancer. His children announced his passing on March 9, 2026, writing, "He fought with incredible strength and courage right up until the very end." His story is one of the most unlikely in rock history. DeCarlo was just a devoted Boston fan, a self-taught pianist posting covers on MySpace, when a friend suggested he send a link to the band's team. Weeks later, founding member Tom Scholz heard his cover of "Don't Look Back" and was stunned. That one recording changed everything. When Boston lost their iconic frontman Brad Delp in 2007, it was DeCarlo, an everyday fan, who stepped up and saved the band. Scholz remembered him as the incredible singer who appeared out of nowhere to rescue Boston, giving them 10 more years of unforgettable live performances. DeCarlo went on to sing classics like "More Than a Feeling" and "Peace of Mind" to thousands of fans worldwide, recorded the album Life, Love and Hope with the band in 2013, and even formed his own band with his son. Scholz's farewell said it all. "Rest in peace, Tommy. You did know what it took to be a man."
2.
Fitness influencer Sarah Green is mourning the devastating loss of her daughter, Honor Forrest, who passed away at just 23 years old. On February 23rd, Green, who inspires over 90,000 Instagram followers with workout tips and healthy recipes, broke the heartbreaking news. "My beautiful daughter, Honor, forever my baby," she wrote. "Our hearts are broken. There are no words for this kind of pain." Weeks later, on March 8th, Green shared another tribute, a collection of photos of the two of them together, captioned simply, "My baby girl. If only love could have saved you." While Green hasn't spoken directly about the circumstances of Honor's passing, her posts included hashtags referencing addiction and mental health, giving her followers a glimpse into the private battle her family had been facing. Just months earlier, in July 2025, Green had celebrated Honor's 23rd birthday with a joyful collection of photos, calling her more beautiful, clever, funny, and loving than you know. "My firstborn, first baby, first love," she wrote. "I'm so proud of you." Beyond her social media presence, Green co-founded By the Beach Nutrition, a nutrition club in Southsea, England, alongside her husband Kevin in 2025. Honor's family will hold a celebration of life ceremony on March 18th, honoring a young woman who was clearly loved beyond measure. Country Joe McDonald, the legendary musician who took the stage at Woodstock and became one of the defining voices of the 1960s counterculture, has died at 84 following complications from Parkinson's disease. Born in Washington, D.C. and raised in California, McDonald built a career that spanned more than 30 albums, blending folk, rock, and razor-sharp political commentary that captured the soul of a generation. He co-founded Country Joe and the Fish alongside Barry the Fish Melton, and together they fearlessly tackled the Vietnam War, civil rights, and social upheaval with a dark, rebellious humor that made them icons of their era. But one moment defined him forever. In 1969, McDonald stepped onto the Woodstock stage and performed "I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die Rag," an anti-Vietnam War anthem that shook the crowd and echoed through history. The song was banned from radio. Some DJs lost their jobs for playing it. And yet, McDonald never regretted a word. "I'm happy and proud that I could represent the Vietnam War and Vietnam veterans in that moment," he said. "It was very powerful." After Woodstock, McDonald launched a celebrated solo career, continued his activism on behalf of veterans and environmental causes, and eventually, by his own words, happily retired to watch his grandkids and get to know his neighbors. He is survived by his wife of 43 years, Kathy, 5 children, and 4 grandchildren. A voice that refused to be silenced, until now.
4.
Jennifer Runyon, beloved actress known for her roles in Ghostbusters and the classic CBS sitcom Charles in Charge, has passed away at 65 following a brief battle with cancer. Her family announced her death on March 8th, sharing that she passed on March 6th surrounded by her loved ones. She will always be remembered for her love of life and her devotion to her family and friends. Her family wrote, "Rest in peace, our Jen." Born in Chicago on April 1st, 1960, Runyon built a career that left a lasting mark on fans of 80s pop culture. Her friend and bewitched star, Erin Murphy, remembered her simply as a special lady, adding, "Some people you just know you'll be friends with before you even meet." Later in life, Runyon stepped away from the spotlight. By 2014, she had traded the camera for a classroom, working as a teacher and focusing on what mattered most: her family. She is survived by her husband, collegiate basketball coach Todd Corman, and their 2 children, son Wyatt and daughter Bailey, who is herself a rising actress with credits in 911, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and Jane the Virgin. Bailey's tribute to her mother was as heartbreaking as it was beautiful. "All of the best parts of me came from you. I would give anything for one more day together. The kindest, most compassionate person I've ever known. My best friend. I wasn't ready for this. Neither were we."
5.
Corey Parker, the beloved actor and acting coach best known for his role on Will and Grace, has passed away at 60 following a courageous battle with stage 4 metastatic cancer. Born and raised in New York City, Parker's connection to acting was lifelong. He began performing at age 5 and was training with actor studio teachers by 14. He graduated from the prestigious High School of Performing Arts in Manhattan before carving out a career that spanned decades. Audiences recognized him most as Josh, Grace Adler's meek, environmentally conscious boyfriend on Will and Grace, but his resume reached far beyond that, with roles in 30-something, Love Boat, The Next Wave, Friday the 13th Part 5, and many more. Yet it may be his second act that left the deepest mark. In 2000, Parker stepped away from the spotlight to become an acting coach, and transformed countless careers in the process. His students have gone on to win Tony Awards, SAG Awards, and Emmy Awards. Corey has a unique gift. He reminds us that we are enough, his students wrote. He shaped our careers and changed our lives in ways we could never have imagined. His representative remembered him as an incredible human being, a friend, a mentor, and a deeply supportive soul to so many people in the acting community. A man who spent his entire life helping others find their voice, right up until the very end.
6.
Troy Murray, the former NHL star and beloved voice of the Chicago Blackhawks, has passed away at 63 following a long battle with cancer. Blackhawks chairman Danny Wirtz called him the epitome of a Blackhawk, a man whose presence defined the organization for over 45 years. Selected by Chicago in the 1980 draft, Murray became one of the most dominant two-way centers of his era. 45 goals, 54 assists, 99 points in a single season. After more than a decade in Chicago, he capped his playing career with the ultimate prize, a Stanley Cup championship with the Colorado Avalanche in 1996. But retirement was just the beginning. Murray spent over 25 years as a Blackhawks broadcaster, bringing the game to life for fans with a passion that never faded. He also led the Blackhawks Alumni Association and was inducted into the Chicagoland Sports Hall of Fame in 2014. To those who worked alongside him, he was irreplaceable. He never missed a chance to say hello and always knew the perfect time for a joke when someone needed it most, Wirtz said. Troy didn't have any give up in him. A Stanley Cup champion, a broadcasting legend, a man who gave everything to the game and to the city he loved. Rest in peace, Muzz.
7.
Bodybuilder and fitness icon. Jeff Nippard has announced the sudden passing of his fiancée, Stephanie Buttermore, a beloved fitness influencer, cancer research scientist, and partner of 10 years. She was just 36 years old. It is with profound sorrow that we share the sudden passing of Jeff's fiancée and partner of 10 years, Stephanie. His team wrote, "She meant the world to Jeff." No cause of death has been made public. Their love story was one fans had followed for years. It started with a simple message on social media, grew into hours-long daily Skype calls, and eventually led to an engagement in October 2022. A relationship Nippard once described as beginning with a shoulder workout as a first date. Just weeks before her passing, Nippard posted a smiling photo of the two of them for Valentine's Day. Days later, Stephanie celebrated her 36th birthday. No one could have seen what was coming. Beyond her 525K Instagram followers and over 1 million YouTube subscribers, Buttermore was a PhD scientist dedicated to researching ovarian cancer, a woman whose impact stretched far beyond fitness. She will be remembered for her warmth and compassion, her love for her family, and her groundbreaking research. Her statement read, "Fans flooded Nippard's last post with messages of love and grief, united in mourning a woman who had touched so many lives. Gone far too soon."
8.
Content creator Nancy Grewal, known for her lifestyle, fitness, and commentary on India-Canada relations, was tragically stabbed to death on March 3rd in LaSalle, Ontario. She was 45 years old. Police responded to a stabbing report just before 9:30 p.m. and rushed Grewal to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Her death has been ruled a homicide, and the investigation is ongoing. By the following morning, police had secured 2 homes near the scene, placed evidence markers along a concrete path leading to a front door, and cordoned off a wooded area approximately a kilometer away. Her sister, Alicia, confirmed the devastating news on Instagram. "With a very heavy heart, I share that my beloved sister Nancy Grewal has passed away," she wrote. "I lost my sister, my strength, my forever friend. Rest in peace. You will always live in our hearts." Grewal had built a loyal following of over 20,000 across Instagram and YouTube, where she was celebrated as a fearless, outspoken voice. Her last post, shared just days before her death on February 26th, was a commentary clip she posted to Instagram, completely unaware it would be her final update. Fans flooded her sister's tribute with heartbroken messages, calling her the bravest soul and a fearless voice. Unforgettable. A woman who used her platform to speak truth, silenced far too soon. Maria
9.
O'Brien, actress, acting coach, and daughter of Hollywood royalty, has passed away at 75. Her cause of death has not been revealed. Born into one of Los Angeles' most celebrated acting families, O'Brien was the daughter of Oscar-winning actor Edmund O'Brien and musical comedy star Olga San Juan. The stage was practically in her blood. Her acting career spanned 3 decades, with memorable appearances in beloved classics like Matlock, Quincy M.E., and the Goldie Hawn film Protocol, sharing the screen with Jean Smart and building a resume that left a lasting mark on Hollywood. But her impact didn't stop in front of the camera. Later in her career, O'Brien became one of daytime television's most trusted acting coaches, working on Days of Our Lives for over 15 years before retiring in 2022, quietly shaping the performances of countless actors behind the scenes. Her life was also defined by quiet courage off-screen. In 1983, she stood before Congress to speak about the devastating effects of Alzheimer's disease after her father became one of the first actors publicly diagnosed with the condition, a moment that took tremendous strength. She is survived by her 3 children, James, Danica, and Sean, and her sister Bridget, a woman who carried her family's legacy with grace, gave decades to her craft, and never stopped showing up for others. Rest in peace, Maria.
10.
Brazilian fitness influencer Karla Thaynnara, died in a motorcycle accident on March 3rd in Brasília. She was just 25 years old. According to Correio Brasiliense, Thaynnara's motorcycle collided with a car on a highway in the region. In the devastating aftermath, her father, retired military police officer José Carlos Andrade Nogueira, also passed away after learning of his daughter's death. Both losses were confirmed on her Instagram stories that same night. Thaynnara had built a warm and loyal following of nearly 60,000 on Instagram, where she shared her love of fitness, her passion for motorcycles, and precious moments with her young daughter. Her final post, a video of her lifting weights at the gym, was shared just 10 days before the crash on February 21st. Fans who had never even met her were moved to tears. "May you and your father be in God's arms," one wrote. "My prayers are with you." "What a beautiful woman. May God comfort her mother. There's no comfort in this situation," shared another. To honor both Thaynnara and her father, the family organized a motorcycle caravan and wake on March 4th at a local cemetery in Brasília. A farewell fitting for a young woman who lived life at full speed. She leaves behind a young daughter, a grieving family, and a community that will not forget her. Supermodel and actress Annabelle Scoffield, the Welsh beauty who graced the covers of Vogue and shared the screen with Larry Hagman on Dallas, has passed away at 62 following a battle with brain cancer. Born in Llanelli, Wales, Scoffield moved to London at 17 and launched a modeling career that took the fashion world by storm. She appeared on hundreds of magazine covers, walked campaigns for Yves Saint Laurent, Versace, Rimmel, and Revlon, and became a pop culture moment with one unforgettable line in a late 80s Bugle Boy jeans commercial that audiences still remember today. "She was the forerunner of our agency. Without her, we never would have made it," her longtime agent recalled. "Funny, real, beautiful, down to earth. She never changed from that sweet 17-year-old Welsh girl. She was the best." In Hollywood, Scoffield transitioned seamlessly from runways to screens, earning a recurring role on Dallas opposite the legendary Larry Hagman. She later worked behind the camera on films like The Brothers Grimm and Doom, founded her own production company, and in 2013 published a novel inspired by her glamorous life in the 80s. In her final months, she faced her diagnosis with openness, sharing updates with supporters through a GoFundMe, her last post coming just weeks before her passing. She is survived by her mother, a raging beauty inside and out, gone far too soon. Bob Power, the legendary recording engineer and producer who helped define the sound of hip-hop and R&B for generations, has passed away at 73. His death was announced by OKPlayer, the music platform founded by Questlove, whose group The Roots worked with Power for years. "Bob Power was a bridge between musical worlds," the statement read. "His influence will echo in every beat, every mix, and every artist he inspired." The list of artists Power touched reads like a hall of fame. Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, Chaka Khan, David Byrne, A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, and many more. He worked on over 40 charting songs and more than 20 platinum or gold records. He produced and mixed Badu's iconic On and was credited on her landmark debut, Baduism, earning her 2 Grammys in the process. Questlove called him irreplaceable. "You could not encounter a more engaging, laser-focused craftsman of sound," he wrote. "Bob was our training wheels for how to present music." Beyond the studio, Power spent years shaping the next generation of music makers as a professor at NYU's Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music, passing on decades of hard-earned wisdom to the artists of tomorrow. His journey started in Chicago in 1952, from an electric guitar pitched by a kid who wanted to do things his own way, to the architect of some of the most iconic sounds in modern music history. Rest in power, Bob. Former NASCAR driver Chase Pistone has passed away at 42. His brother Nick confirmed the news on social media, writing simply, "My young brother and best friend is gone. I'm brokenhearted and don't know if I'll ever get over this. I love you and I miss you so much." No cause of death was shared. Chase came from racing royalty. The grandson of early NASCAR legend Tiger Tom Pistone, he climbed behind the wheel for the first time at just 6 years old, and never looked back. What followed was a career that made him a legend in his own right. He won the Summer Shootout Championship 4 times between 1999 and 2005, racked up over 80 feature event wins across Legends, Late Model, and USR competition, and competed at the highest levels of NASCAR, including the Craftsman Truck Series and the Xfinity Series. Beyond his driving, Chase built Chase Pistone, Inc. into one of the most dominant Legends car teams in the country. As Legends Nation put it, his team was a force to be reckoned with every time they showed up at a track, and they usually walked away with the winner's trophy. A racer from birth, a champion by choice, a man who carried his family's legacy and made it his own. Legendary blues guitarist John Hammond has passed away at 83 following cardiac arrest. A giant of the blues world, gone but never forgotten. The news was confirmed by his wife Marla, shared through longtime friend and fellow musician Paul Smith, who wrote, "The blues world has lost a giant. I've lost my best friend." Hammond's story began the way the best ones do, with pure passion. He picked up a guitar in high school, dropped out of college after just 1 year to chase his dream, and never looked back. In 1963, he signed with Vanguard Records and released a debut album steeped in the music of Muddy Waters, Lightnin' Hopkins, and Robert Johnson, an immediate declaration that this was an artist who understood the soul of the blues like few others. Over the next 6 decades, Hammond released more than 30 albums, earned a Grammy in 1985 for Blues Explosion, collected nominations for some of the most celebrated blues recordings of the 90s, and was inducted into the Blues Foundation's Blues Hall of Fame in 2011. To those who knew him, the music was only part of the story. He was an immense talent, a true treasure, and a wonderful soul, his representative said. Smith said it even simpler. Each picture tells a story of great music, great people, and unforgettable nights. I'll miss him terribly. 30 albums, 1 Grammy, a Hall of Fame legacy. Todd Meadows, a deckhand on Discovery Channel's Deadliest Catch, has died at just 25 years old, lost during a fishing incident on the Bering Sea while the cameras were still rolling. Captain Rick Shelford announced the heartbreaking news on February 25th, writing one of the most emotional tributes the show has ever seen. February 25th was the most tragic day in the history of the Aleutian Lady, he wrote. Todd was the newest member of our crew, and he quickly became family. His smile was contagious. His laughter is something we will carry with us always. But what made Todd's story truly unforgettable wasn't just his work ethic or his love for fishing. It was his boys. Todd was a devoted father to 3 young sons, and according to those who knew him, everything he did was for them. A GoFundMe launched for his family reads, "He was a determined dad whose entire world were his 3 amazing little boys. Everything he did was for their smiles, their futures, and the memories they will carry." Discovery Channel called his passing a devastating loss, extending condolences to his crewmates and the entire fishing community. Todd is the latest in a line of Deadliest Catch cast members lost far too soon, a reminder of just how dangerous life on the Bering Sea truly is. Devonta Lee, a national champion wide receiver who played alongside Joe Burrow during LSU's legendary undefeated 2019 season, has passed away at just 26 years old following a battle with bone cancer. His mother, Lucretia Brown, remembered him simply as a fighter who loved everybody. He was a good kid who would do anything for anybody. He loved football and gave his all in everything he did. He never gave up, she said. I will miss my son. Lee was part of one of the greatest college football teams ever assembled, the 2019 LSU Tigers, who went a perfect 15-0 and dismantled Clemson 42-25 in the national championship game. He shared that field with Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow, part of a squad that will be remembered forever in college football history. After transferring to Louisiana Tech in 2022, Lee's path took a devastating turn. During practice one day, he felt a sharp pain in his back, and what followed was a diagnosis of osteosarcoma, a rare and aggressive form of bone cancer. He fought it the same way he played football, with everything he had. Both LSU and Louisiana Tech paid tribute to a young man who gave everything to the sport he loved, and whose legacy now lives on far beyond the field. Gone at 26, a champion until the very end.